There are so many inexplicable moments in our lives that many people simply call miracles. Some say that miracles happen if you believe in them. Some are sure that a miracle needs to be earned. Some pray for a miracle. Some work for good karma. There is only one thing that everyone can agree on. Miracles happen when you least expect them. And only in hindsight do people realize it really was a miracle. The story that we will tell you today is about such a strange event that happened to a girl which no one could explain. Only opinions and speculation remain, but the real truth has yet to be discovered. Share your thoughts in the comments. This story took place back in 1998. The family, consisting of a mother, father, and their 16-year-old daughter, decided to move to a remote taiga village, escaping from urban poverty. Having sold everything that could be sold, they bought themselves a small, cozy house on the outskirts of the forest and started over. Considering they didn't have any experience with farming, the family were able to cope quite well, and in just a couple of years, they were able to raise a good number of cattle, so now the family lived in abundance. Their daughter Elizabeth was in her senior year at the local rural high school, and the question arose about her future. The parents were categorically against the young girl spending her best years in this wilderness and insisted that she enter the city university and receive a good education. Fortunately, the family now had enough money to support Beth during her studies. So after graduation, the parents sent the girl to the city. After studying in the city for the first semester, Beth decided to spend her holiday break with her parents. She hitchhiked to the station, and there she decided to cut through the forest to save time. Now remember, this girl grew up in the city and only lived in the village for a short time, so she had never been alone in the forest before. But now, after an independent life in the city, she felt confident in herself and made her way through the forest towards her parents' house. Admiring the landscape and looking forward to meeting her parents soon, Elizabeth did not realize right away that she had gotten herself lost in the forest. She seemed to be walking in circles. The sun began to set, and the forest became noticeably quieter and colder. Tears came unexpectedly. Beth sat down on a broken tree and wept bitterly. There was nowhere to wait for help. No one would find her since she hadn't told her parents she was coming because she wanted to surprise them. All the poor girl could do was hope and pray. Closing her eyes, the girl prayed, not sure exactly who she was praying to. Then she heard someone breathing very close to her. Opening her eyes, the girl saw a large gray dog wagging his tail. Beth was very frightened at first, but then she realized that the dog was not trying to attack her, but on the contrary, he was friendly. Remembering that she had packed a sausage to bring to her parents, Beth pulled it out of her bag and fed it to the dog. Taking the sausage, the dog quickly disappeared into the bushes. Alone again, the girl said aloud, and desperate to rest so she could be fresh to find a way out of the forest, she sat down on a broken tree and dozed off. She awoke to something licking her hand. It was the same gray dog. It sat nearby and waited for Elizabeth to get up. Then it ran a short distance away before stopping and looking back, as if beckoning the girl to follow. Beth quickly grabbed her bag and headed in the direction of her unexpected companion. Sometimes the dog would start running, and the girl had trouble keeping up. Beth followed the dog for about an hour, feeling exhausted by the effort, and she barely noticed that the forest had thinned out and the voices of people could be heard. The girl was so happy, she rushed ahead, forgetting about the gray dog. When she got out to the people, it turned out that her parents' house was very close. Upon learning that Elizabeth had returned from the city, her father was at first very angry that she had not warned them about her arrival, otherwise he would have met her. And when she explained what had happened to her, he promised not to let her leave again. The mother, having heard about the gray dog, tried to find its owners in order to thank them for saving her daughter, but the locals said that there had never been such a gray dog in their village. One elderly woman said that she knew what kind of dog it was. This is the spirit of the forest, which protects travelers who have gone astray. He leads good people to safety and makes evil people wander around until they die amongst the tall trees. No one had come across this spirit before, so everyone thought she was crazy and did not take her words seriously. To believe in the words of this woman or not is up to each person, but Elizabeth believed that no matter what it was a miracle indeed.